let's do that. And I think we're good. Greetings, everybody. BJ Wilder with you finally here. Getting things rocking and rolling. 25 hours of gaming. It is here. Ugh. National Game Day is upon us, really. National Game Day weekend. I mean, technically, the kind of the weekend is kind of upon us. National Game Day for Extra Life starts officially tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. But as always, as we have done the last couple of years we've done Extra Life here, we were getting started a little bit early. We're kicking the festivities off early, just because it's a lot easier on me. Although real life still, as we'll find out in about 45 minutes, tends to throw some monkey wrenches at me, regardless of what I try to do here for Extra Life. But we are here. We are ready to rock and roll. Taz is in the house. We've got some hosts going on. So thank you, Battery H, Roll, Rain, Ryan, Gads, and Nascent Games for the host as well. Thanks for swinging by, Taz. Much appreciated to see one of our regular viewers and one of our great gaming buddies in chat to start off our 25 hours of gaming here for Extra Life. All to raise money for, if I can point in the right direction, let me see here. Yes, right here. The Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. We wrapped up our 100 days of gaming yesterday. And we have really banged out. We have banged out the goals this year. It's crazy. I never would have expected to start this 25-hour marathon with $650 already raised. And thank you for the host as well, Taz. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, and there is Abby the Troll, who will probably be joining us throughout the next 25 hours, off and on as well. Should also mention that my daughter Erin will also be joining us and playing Star Wars The Old Republic in about 18 hours or so as well. So stay tuned for that. We do have the complete marathon schedule down below the live stream window here. So go ahead and check that out. So if there's a particular game you want to watch, that will be playing in the next 24 hours and 43 minutes plus. I did actually get started kind of late here. A lot of last minute things running around. And again, Extra Life throwing a couple of monkey wrenches here and there. That's going to affect the first hour or two of our stream here. But we're going to persevere. We're going to go through because it's all for the kids. 100%. Every single penny that we raise goes directly to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Goes directly to helping the kids at the hospital get whatever they need to have a better quality of life, to live, to survive, and to go on and live full, productive lives. And so that's why we're here. This is our 6th year of doing Extra Life. This is our 6th marathon. We are just about ready to rock and roll. Like I said, still doing a lot of last minute things. Still got things we got to do, but we've got a 10th anniversary shirt on. We're going to be going through a lot of different shirts. I got all my shirts lined up here that we'll be going through the next 25 hours. We'll be changing over shirts. So we got our RMG Gaming shirts. We got our Twitch Kitten shirt. We got our Chop shirt, which is going to be a little funky since we do use a red screen instead of a green screen. We got the red heart there that's going to be see-through. I do have another Chop shirt that's all red, so I opted not to go with that one today. But we do have snacks to get us through the next 25 hours. We've got some nuts. What do we got here? We got some some other stuff that we'll show off later on. Some more RMG merchandise. We've got our survival kit that we've been provided by the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia for the next 25 hours. Lots of good stuff, fun stuff. Oh, I forgot about the balloons, dang it. And let me get the balloons out. I'm going to have to blow them up during this stream here. Balloons, we got pins. I'm going to have to put some pins on. We got wristbands. Let me put my wristband on here. Oh my God. This thing's tight. Again, all the last minute things I forgot to take care of beforehand because we're doing all sorts of stuff. Lifesavers, excellent. I need those, but chips, snacks, all sorts of stuff in our survival kit here we can rock and roll with. So awesome stuff. So we got a wristband on. We'll be blowing up some balloons. Unfortunately, I don't have helium, so they're not going to float. But we can, I don't know, knock them around or something. We'll do something. And of course, they're blue and green, so they won't disappear in the camera, which is nice. If I had a blue screen and a red screen, they just wouldn't work either. It would be actually kind of probably be interesting to see, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, let's throw one of our pins on too for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. We'll get everybody pinned up here. Who's going to be coming on? We'll get pins for Abby, pins for Erin. Ooh, that is a pin too. So So we'll go with that there. Let's throw this puppy right here. Huh? Poking holes in my brand new shirt already. There we go. Children's Hospital of Philadelphia right there. Got a wristband for the boo. And we're ready to rock and roll. And of course, the all-important coffee mug. We'll be drinking tea out of this fella here. And you'll note, I'll do a little bit of self-promotion right now. You'll note this is a photograph of a penguin on this mug. This is an original photograph I took myself. And this is one of the products you can find in our RMG gaming store. Link is down below the live stream window. And of course, if you're watching this as a highlight, rerun, or an upload on YouTube, you can find that link to our store in the video description as well. But we'll be drinking some tea out of this over the course of the next 25 hours, which means we'll also probably be taking some potty breaks as well. But yeah, some of the cool things that you can get in our store. I really, it's really the mug. I'm really was unsure of how it would turn out when I bought it as the sample, but you know what? It's pretty good and it holds up. This was actually a birthday present for Mrs. Weiler. I got this because she's a fan of penguins, and so I bought this for her birthday back in July. And she uses it on quite a regular basis, but I'm Shanghaiing it for the next 25 hours, so I can use it, show it off, and get a little bit of self-promotion in there too. But cool stuff there. But yeah, available in our RMG gaming store. Pretty cool. So we'll be using that as well. So we've got our supplies. I think we're pretty much set to go with the supply line anyway. But yeah, 100% of what we raised, $650 so far, goes to the hospital, goes to helping sick kids get better. As you can see, I've also bumped up our goal to the ultimate goal that we want to raise this year. So I'm hoping we can get, well, there goes my chair, $350 in for the next 25 hours is the goal, to get that $350 in before we end at I'm probably going to end up going over because, again, some of the real life issues and getting started a little bit later than I wanted to. I actually wanted to play the Tory video about quarter of and actually be here talking to you at 4 p.m. exactly. But, getting started a little bit later. So we're actually probably going to go a little bit more than 25 hours at this point, just to make up for some of the breaks we're going to have to take for real life coming up in the next, it's all... There's a loopy. I'm going to be loopy, but yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting getting through the next 25 hours. I woke up at 4:15 this morning because that is my normal time to wake up to go to work. I took today off, hoping to get some rest. So that was interesting, waking up 4:15 because my body clock just won't shut down no matter what. But it allowed me to get some stuff done. Still had to take Aaron to school this morning anyway. But then me and Abby the Troll just chilled out on the lazy boy chair. Watched some movies pretty much all morning and afternoon. So I did get some rest. Sort of got some of that light sleep going in. So I do feel slightly more refreshed than I did probably about 5 or 6 hours ago. So we should be good to go through the next 25 hours to rock and roll, raising money for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. So without further ado, let's just get rocking and rolling. We're here to play games. We're here to raise money for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. You're not really here to hear me talk too much. Of course, I will be talking throughout the marathon and having fun with you guys out there in chat as well. So let's rock and roll, because I really am looking forward to getting some gaming done in here. So let's go ahead and flip this over here to our regular screen. Updated this. I'm still debating on whether I want to change this layout around here a little bit, but we're going to rock and roll with it. I think this is the best I can get and still have a nice big screen there. But here we go. Let's rock and roll here with American Truck Simulator. We're going to kick things off here. Let's see where we're at, and hopefully I had some issues earlier when I was running some tests here with the truck simulators locking up on me. So what we're going to do, where's the mouse? Hello, mouse. Come on, mouse. Now, we don't want Dell Webcam Central. Yeah, see, I think my mouse might have just died. Should have gotten a fresh battery for that. As always, here we go. We're starting off the marathon and we got nothing but problems, right? Alright, see. Yeah, see, the game locked up my mouse. That's what happened. So we'll just have to do this. We will have to do this already. This has happened once or twice before. And the game just locks up and it locks the mouse with it. And it will not let it go. Will not let it go. My whole system locked up already. Good evening, Kat. How's it going? Good to see you. As everybody starts coming on and we have technical issues already. It wouldn't be up. Here we go. All right, we're ready to rock and roll. It's back. Ha ha ha. There we go. That's all we need to do. I do want to bump this process up. Yeah, it's the one thing I've had. Unfortunately, this is the only system I can stream on. And I'm all out of disk space. So like most of the games I have now are on an external drive, which fortunately I have an eSATA port on this laptop here. So it acts like it's an internal drive anyway, but I still have some quirks with it, especially with some of my Steam games here. But what we're going to do here today, what I want to do, let's pop on over to Hobbs. We're going to take a nice long haul. I wanted to get a nice long drive in here. If I can remember my commands here. Hobbs. There we go. So the goal is to go from Hobbs as far as we can go, get the longest job we can possibly go, and see how far we get. Probably to Astoria or the Dallas there, or the Dallas. I actually have no idea how to pronounce that town name. The Dallas. It looks like Dallas, but it's probably not how you pronounce it. Let's see if we can get to go to Hobbs from Astoria here. So let's rock and roll. And we do have to. Oh, you know what we have to do? We actually have to switch trucks here before I do that. Because that's not going to work with the truck we got. Because we do have to switch trucks, and I want to try to get a trailer here. I'm hoping this works. It wasn't working earlier, but if anyone watched Battery H's marathon last week when he did American Truck Simulator, you'll notice that he had an Extra Life trailer that he did up, and he gave me the mod files for that trailer. Well, unfortunately, when I loaded it up this morning into my mod folder, I couldn't get a trailer with that skin to come up. So it doesn't matter where we park, because we're going to switch out our truck here. This is the Volvo V&L. This is a mod. See, there's our current trailer. It's a curtain sider. I don't think he did curtain siders for the mod, so I have to buy another trailer. So we'll take a look at that. But this is the Volvo V&L. This is a mod in here, but we have found out the V&L will be coming to the game in an official capacity. So I can't wait for that to happen. Should be really any day now, apparently, from what I understand. But all right, so let's get back into our main menu here. So obviously already we're the times we have laid out for our stream and game here and games are going to be off, because we're definitely going to we're starting late. We're going to be going longer in each of these games. I am sure. So I gotta go to the garage manager, because I have to go pick out the truck itself. It is in Phoenix. There's my girl Monica holding down the fort in Phoenix. Come on, there we go. So that is the truck. We want the Peterbilt 579 high-rise sleeper. That is going to be our Extra Life skin. We want to drive that truck. Yep. Yes, that's right. Go ahead and dismiss that trailer, because we're going to attempt to buy a trailer to match the skin here. So we're going to have to go back to Hobbs again. Actually, no, what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to see if we can buy the trailer first. If not, I'm just going to pick up a job and recolor our double trailers. I definitely want to take the double trailers. I just do want to see if we can grab ourselves a trailer. I'm making an edit of Fire Emblem 6 to a playthrough with knives, including Xerafen with his usual glorious colors. Excellent. Yeah, I still have to get caught up on all your wizardry videos. I just like once 100 days of gaming started, I just like completely lost any extra time whatsoever to do a lot of other stuff. So we want trailer dealer here. So there's the Extra Life freight truck there. Sliding tarp drive van. See, I don't know if he did sliding tarp drive van. He should have had the drive van here. So I don't have. Should be the insulated triple. I would love to grab the triple, but we already have a sliding tarp. So if I can't buy one that's an Extra Life one, I'm going to. See, this is the key here. Yeah, see, it's not showing up. We do have the Halloween version, so you know, I might do the Halloween and do an Extra Life blue on it. Yeah, see, I can't. It's not. The trailer, unfortunately, is not coming up. It shows up in the mod folder. I was able to add it as a mod to this profile. Actually, you know, yeah, it should be added as a mod to this profile. Let me double check that. Yes. Mod manager. Yeah, see, there it is. That should be it right there. That's the truck skin mod there. I'm wondering if I have to take the files out. Let me do this real quick and see. Let's remove that because I do want to try to get this mod in here. I hope I don't have to exit the game to get the mod to show up, but we'll find out here momentarily. Come on. I just got to double click here. Let's move everything off screen. Let's go to my documents. Let me cut this. We'll do the folder at a time. Paste that. Alright, let's see what we got here. So I don't want to spend too much time fooling around with this because I do want to get going. Ah, here we go. That's what we need to do. I had one folder too many here was the problem. So I think this is going to work now, which is exactly what we want. Alright, let's just go ahead and add that. We can, let's go ahead and throw this right there. Let's go ahead and remove that one. We'll put that one right above there. Go ahead and confirm those changes. Alright, let's rock and roll now. Now we should be able to get it. Yes, is that everything? I'm sort of considering changing. Yes, I know. Just gotta load that. I'm sort of considering changing around the Real Millennium Group guild colors in Guild Wars to the RMG Gaming colors, which is essentially swapping out the green for a white. All right, let's go trailer manager. We should be able to configure the paint job on the trailer here. Now to hopefully, again, this is a curtain sider, so this might not work for the curtain sider. If not, we're going to buy a trailer. Yep, it's not here. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and buy the trailer. I'm going to take a wild stab that he doesn't have the insulated triple skinned, but if it shows up, we're buying this puppy. It actually shows up here. Ooh, yeah, baby, yes, we are taking the triple trailer. Yes, look at that. That is just awesome. Let's bring the truck in here. There we go. Yeah, baby. Yes. Just got to update the wheels a bit. That's all we got to do. I think we're otherwise okay. I'm going to absolutely drain the bank account on this account here. All right, so good. Let's go ahead and do some configuration here. Wheels, we want the painted wheels. The hubs, I do the darker. The wheel well itself, I use the lighter color here. Painted, use the preset. Let's go into, we want Vortex, Roadmaster, Dynamics. Shoot, I can't get, don't have runners on them. Dang it. So I'd like to get the Extra Life green like that, but we don't have that. So we'll just stick with the Dynamics hub here. Oh, we can't paint the hub. Oh, that sucks. Or can we? Well, we can paint the caps there, but oh wait, here we go. Yeah, let's do that. Use that preset. All right, let's zoom in there. Yeah, that works for me. And oh, you know what we can do? Let's go ahead and do this. Paintable. We'll do those in the green. There we go. Yeah, I like that. All right, so let's go ahead and work our magic with this here. We're going to go with that. We're going to go with that with the dark blue. And we're going to go these guys with the green. There we go. Excellent. These are all Dynamixes now, right? Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead do that. That color. Boom. That guy in that color. And then our nuts in the green. There we go. Well, maybe I should make the hub. Yeah, you know, I was going to consider making the hub green. But then we wouldn't get that darker blue color in there. See, I didn't do that. I didn't do them green because I got the green on the tires. But that'll work. That green actually shows up pretty well. Fine Cut. Oh, looks sweet. Thanks, Nadir. Hello, Fine Cut. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining me as we kick off our 25-hour gaming marathon for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia here. We want this color. Then we want to switch here. We want to go that. We want to go that color. I remember I got to click use preset in order for it to take here. Oop, oop, okay. This is a pain, but I got to do every set of tires here. That, use preset, that, boom, use the preset, boom, we'll go here, boom, use the preset there. Okay, so that takes care of the tires. Let's see if we want, let's see what other addition. Now, we can make this a reefer. I think we can make these reefers if we wanted to. No. Chrome, wind deflector. Oh, wind deflector actually. Oh, you know, I can do each trailer individually too, can't I? Not going to need a wind deflector anyway for that, because we already got wind deflectors, so we actually don't need any of that stuff. Let's see what we got here. Oh yes, we definitely want some more lights on there. Let's see what we got under here. Painted side skirts. Yeah, nice. We'll do the painted side skirts along the side here. You know, let's do a spare tire on that one. And then we'll do a side skirt on this guy here. There we go. Of course, we got to flip around. Let's see what we can do on the arse end here. Standard roll-up door. Roll-up? Standard? Standard. We'll go standard with it. Let's see what we got here. Long load. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take the long load. Let's see what we got here. Exclusive. Absolutely. Even though it's going to break the bank here. What are we up to? Already almost 200 grand. Rear mud flaps. Let's go exclusives. Thank you. Actually, we would have to change mud flaps for every trailer, wouldn't we? Or would we? Yeah. You know what? I know I spend too much time in configuration here. let's go over this side. So let's go ahead and do this here. We'll do the side skirt. We'll do another spare tire here. And then we'll do the side skirt here, and we'll call it a day. Boom. Meglin! Hey, Meglin! What's going on? Thanks for joining me today. Sorry I missed your marathon. I saw Badri's tweet like 24 hours after it already started. I thought it was 18 minutes, not 18 hours. It's like, oh, Meglin stream. Good, let me go check it out. And you were already done. I was like, damn it. Too much time in configuration. We've got 24 hours and a half hours. We've got plenty of time. Yeah. There we go. All right, we're rocking. Yeah, so there we go. We are Extra Life freight truck ready to go. I sort of, when I originally had planned to do the truck sims here, we're going to do Euro Truck Simulator 2 next. I had planned to do this on the multiplayer servers, but unfortunately the multiplayer servers don't accept mods, even painted mods. Like debating, well, dang, I really wanted to use the skins that Battery came up with here. But I want to do multiplayer too. But I'm like, all right, we'll do American Truck Simulator. Since Battery only has the skins for ATS, we'll do ATS in the single player mode, and then when we flip over to ETS 2, we're going to rock out with multiplayer there. See if I can throw the Halloween paint jobs on there. Everybody's doing well? Oh, I'm good. Yeah, doing good. Indeed, it's perfectly fun to spend an hour in character creation when I have 24 to actually play. But I got so many games. I wanted to try to get through today. And like in every marathon so far, I ended up having to cut out a game or two because I went so long in other games. I was like, I really wish I planned things better and was able to play more so I could get all the games in. So we're going to confirm that. Let's go ahead and purchase that trailer for almost $200,000. Can I put it in my Albuquerque garage? No, it's got to be in Nevada, doesn't it? Because it's a triple. All right, that's fine. Oh, or Elko, rather. Yeah, well, Nevada. See, the problem is, too, like I mentioned at the top of the show here, real life has thrown a couple of monkey wrenches my way the first hour or two here. As it turns out, my daughter has track practice at 5 o'clock, so I'm going to have to take a quick video break just to drop her off and get back here to get back to streaming. And the video I'm going to play, I had actually planned to play in the morning at the 12-hour mark, so I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me. So we're going to have to start with that video, and I didn't want to have to take a long break like this right at the outset, but unfortunately, hey, you know, you got to do what we got to do for real life. Actually, the unlock code for a game a few days too late for my papercraft dungeon crawler. Ooh, nice. Papercraft dungeon crawler, that sounds interesting. All right, so let's see where I'm at here. I have a feeling I'm in Elko, yeah. All right, so let's go to Hobbs again. Now that we can actually almost attempt to get on the road here. We're almost ready to get on the road here. And my trailer had better come with me. Just figured by the time I pick up a job and get ready to go, I'm actually going to have to leave to take my daughter to track practice. So we won't be able to get to actual driving until I get back. Fortunately, it's only about 7 minutes down the road, so I figure 20 minutes it'll take me to get there and back. Indeed, look for the name Pop-Up Dungeon when you... let me write that down. Pop-Up Dungeon. Pop-Up Dungeon. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Pop-Up Dungeon. So we'll take a look at that. Let's see. Oh, we're upside down. We definitely don't want to spawn like that. All right, so let's go find a fairly long safe haven here. It looks like this will be it. Perfect. Let me bring ourselves... You know what? So I don't even know if I need gas yet. Yeah, I'm going to need gas, aren't I? That's right. I can actually drop the trailer right here. I just gotta make sure I give myself enough room to spawn here. But we're gonna do that. Should be it. Boom. Do I have a trailer? No, of course I don't. Why don't I have my trailer? I probably had to pick the. I know I had to pick the trailer up at the garage, didn't I? You dog. Insulated triple. We're gonna make that private too, by the way. Let's go ahead and use that. Yes. See, I gotta go back to Elko. Of course I do. You're killing me. Or do we? Let me see here. Triples won't work in that state. Well, technically, no. Yeah, see, I gotta go back to Elko, of course. Like I said, by the time I actually get ready to get on the road here, I'm going to have to take the video break and drop my daughter off at track practice. Naturally. Alright. Where's our garage here? There she is, waiting for me. Ah, there's our trailer. There's our trailer. Oh, look at how sweet that is. Alright. Oh, no, yeah, we don't want to spawn there. I've done that before, and it's not pretty. Alright, what the heck did the... Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me. You spawned me with my trailer. Freaking game. Alright, let's go back to Hobbs. I didn't see any trailer damage. Now we gotta see how much trailer damage I have. I don't think that caused any damage. Nah, we're good. Alright, so let's try this again. So we got our triple. Fly over here. Now let's go see if we can get a nice long job here. That's going to be the key. Alright, there we go. We're good to go. Look at that. Sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. Excellent. You know what? I still have my I still have my Christmas star up there. I should go reconfigure the truck, but you know what? I want to get on the road here. Alright, so let's go ahead. Drop the trailer. Let's go grab some gas, because we are definitely going to need gas. I mean, wonderful day glow wheels there. I love it. So we're going to fill this puppy up. Boom. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was eekish there. That's spawn. Alright, you know what? That's a curve, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to scratch up my underbelly here. Diesel's really cheap. Ah, well, sort of. It depends on where you go. I think you know, I didn't even look at what the price was. Trying to see if that is an actual accurate price or not. What's it listed here? Diesel. Whoa, dude! Seriously, you didn't see me coming? What is this? 3 something? Is that 337? 387? See, they got numbers over numbers there. Yeah, that, you know, that is that. I think that is kind of oh, there we go. Diesel 390. Looks like that could be like a 393. That all right, seriously. Yeah, that is kind of pretty. That I think that's pretty close to what the diesel cost is right now, at least in my area. Once I go drop Aaron off at track practice, I'm gonna have to. We drive past a gas station, so I'm gonna have to actually take a look at what the diesel cost is there now. Make note of that. Yeah, I know. We're bouncing here. Let me get my mirrors up here so I can see what I'm actually doing. So I can actually attach my trailer and then try to find a job here. That's for a gallon, yeah. Alright, let's just do this the easy way, shall we? There we go. I'm going to try to do different camera angles as we're driving here just to show off the truck and trailer as much as possible. Alright, oh wow, that was almost like a glove. Alright, there we go. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Thanks, Al. Yeah, see, the Peterbilt still has a weak air horn. My Kenworth has an awesome air horn. Alright, so let's... Thank you for the host, Preebs! There you are, Preebs! Thank you for the host! 1 gallon is 3.7 liters. Like, yeah, gallons aren't liters, yeah. Preebs, I think Preebs will be doing his marathon this weekend as well. I think he's getting started tomorrow morning, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll have to check Preebs out too as we can here. Question, yeah, I don't know if I. Oh, you know, what am I doing? I can't do external contracts anyway. I got to do cargo market. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, we want Hobbs. What? You're freaking killing me. You're killing me. Of course there are no jobs for my triple here. See, it's all going to have to come out of Nevada or Oregon, because that's where triples are technically allowed. So they're not going to have any jobs starting here. Let's go route length anyway. Ontario, so that's going to be the short trips. We want the long trips first. There we go. So, Gary, are you ready for this? Not really. I tried to be ready this weekend, but not really. It all of a sudden, it's like as I'm getting ready to go on here, like 5 minutes before I go on, I'm like I was nervous today. When I was trying to get some sleep, I was just started feeling the butterflies. So I'm down here trying to get the last minute stuff done and everything else. I'm like, I am so not ready to do 25 hours right now. It's like, how did it get here so quickly? So I'm like, oh my God, no, I'm not ready. 8 a.m. Eastern time for you. Excellent. All right. So good. I'll be able to catch the end of your stream at least. 6 p.m. Eastern channel will be hosted by the official Extra Life channel and be playing this. Nice. Awesome. That's perfect, because I'll be done probably about 5:30. I'm thinking I'll finally be offline here. You guys pay $7 per gallon. Yeah. Well, yeah, gas. I know gas is more expensive over in Europe. That is definitely certain. Nice. So good. I'll be able to catch you being hosted. That's awesome. I'll just have to remember that, 20, what is it, 21 hours, 22 hours from now. Battery with a resub. Nice. How long is this now? 17 months. Nice. Yes. Thank you, Battery. Yeah, 17 months now. It's hard to believe. Battery, thank you for being such a dedicated sub there. Transport some potassium. I know, fertilizer, potassium. I gotta see, because I want you get. I was about to say, is this the longest job we're actually going to be able to get here? It's from Nevada to Dallas. So I kind of wanted to go across the entire area here. So that's what we got to take, because I'd rather take the triple, and that's what we'll do. We can go up to Medford. So the only problem is with the curtain-sided trailers, or the box trailers, the vans, you actually can't see the cargo. I kind of like the flatbeds, because then we can actually see the cargo we're hauling. All right, so potassium it is. We'll take potassium. This is a class 4 hazardous material. It is an important delivery. Obviously, we have our articulated trailer, and it is fragile all to begin with. Sounds like this is going to be the perfect recipe for a disaster for us, and it comes out of Primm. So let's go ahead. We will take that. So we're leaving shortly to be able to join for a World of Warships time. Excellent, yes. Let's see the trailer crash and the whole thing explode. that would be nice, but unfortunately, we don't get that kind of animation here. All right, so we'll do this instead. Although I could technically drive to Primm to pick the job up. I think it's going to probably end up expiring before we get there. Alright, so where is... Yeah, it probably should be this chem factory over here somewhere. Now that's Vegas. We're already up in Vegas? No. It can't be Vegas. Yeah, it is Vegas. Why are we here? Why are we at Vegas? Should be Primm here. Oh, because we would have to drive through Vegas to get there. So I think I need to turn around here. Let's go back the other way. This is the way we need to be going. I thought that was Vegas. Nice flyby of the Nevada countryside here. There's the power station that powers up Vegas. Try to follow the roadway here, because once I lose the roadway, I get completely lost. Let's swing back here. There we go. Let's, yeah, see, I lost the roadway already. There we go. I lost my orientation, so I don't know if I'm above ground. Oh, there we go. All right, I wasn't sure whether I was above ground or not. Now I gotta go find, okay, I see it. Oh, oh my God, we're all the way back at Kingman. Let's try that again. Let's try this again. All right. See, the question is, I think I need to face this way. Okay, you know what? Let's plop ourselves right down here. Right in the middle of the roadway there. Perfect. Good. 4 miles to go. Good. We can drive there from here. Yeah. Space bar. Here we go. Lights on. Woo! There we go. There's lovely lights on the trailers and everything. Nice. Show off batteries. Batteries. Fine work here. I wish I had the time and the ability to do something like this. I mean, I could probably get this stuff. I could probably do it. The time, really, more than anything. If I had time to sit down and really perfect doing some skins here. Unfortunately, I just don't have that time. And speaking of time, all right, I'm going to have to rock here. So we're going to pick up this job. Then what we're going to have to do is take a quick video break here. Or, well, relatively speaking, quick video break, because I have to get Aaron to track practice, and then we'll be back to actually get some driving done here. Yeah, yeah, I tell you, it looks, the job you did here, both the truck skin and the trailer skins are awesome, man. I mean, I don't think Paulie could do a much better job than what you've done here with this stuff. I mean, it's so totally awesome. All right, so where do I have to pull in here? That's the question. Okay, right there. Sweet. All right. And I just love doubles and triples. I'm definitely going to pick up a triple flatbed trailer at some point. This isn't my career account. Now, if you watch my YouTube videos, that's actually done on a different profile, my career profile. This profile I do just for Generally for live streams and tooling around, playing with mods, and getting certain achievements done and that kind of stuff. So on my career profile, I don't have as much stuff going on right now that I do, say, on this profile. All right, let's go ahead and enter. That's cargo market. The Rocky Mountain doubles. Yeah, that's I have. In fact, that's what I have. That was the. I do have that one. That's the one I had on right before I picked up this triple here. Is the Rocky Mountain double. All right, so that's the one we want. We want to take that job. I didn't even look to see how long this job is, actually. Where am I driving here? Up straight ahead. So we'll do this. We're going to be a little late to track practice, but that's okay. I want to get at least this part started up here. That way when I get back, we can just get on the road. I really at some point should play around with the brake sensitivity on this profile. There we go. E, and we now need to enter to load up the trailer. So that took about 45 minutes to load up the trailer. So we're all loaded up. 6:32 in the morning. And Extra Life Freight is ready to take some potassium up to Oregon. But before we do that, unfortunately, yes, that's like your curtain cider, yes. Unfortunately, we do have to take a break here so I can get my eldest daughter to track practice. So we're going to play a little video. This is a story about a child named Zion. And now this story I was actually going to play at the halfway mark of our marathon this weekend. But unfortunately, again, real life has changed plans around for me just a little bit. But this video here and all the videos that we'll be playing throughout the next 25 hours, or where are we now? 24 hours. Really showcase and highlight what the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia has been able to do for kids, not only in the Philadelphia area, but really all around the country. Last summer, a year ago, I was telling a story about Aaron and Abby, conjoined twins, who are conjoined at the head. They came to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia from Virginia to have separation surgery. So we'll be seeing their story later on in this marathon as well. But what makes Zion's story special is that Zion suffered, you'll see in the video, the brief synopsis is that Zion suffered a disease that required the amputation of both his hands and both his feet. And it was through the miracle work of the surgeons and doctors at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia and a groundbreaking procedure which became the world's first ever pediatric double-handed transplant. Zion was able to get 2 functioning hands. Again, all thanks to that. And again, groundbreaking, leading stuff that the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia has done here. So we're going to take a quick break here. Should be back in about 20 minutes or so is what I plan, depending on traffic, but we should be fine. And then we're going to get back here on the road with American Truck Simulator, and hopefully should be smooth sailing after this for the next 24 and a half hours, because we are going to go a little bit long here this weekend, I am sure. But stick around, everybody. We'll be back. Much appreciated, everybody hanging out with me this first hour. Not much accomplished yet, but we still have a long ways to go. It's going to be lots of fun, and I'm really going to enjoy going through the next many hours with all you guys and gals out there, having some fun gaming and hopefully raising $350 more for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. In the meantime, let's check out Zion's story here. And really, again, just a wonderful story of how the donations that we get through Extra Life and the Children's Miracle Network help, again, not only the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, but every hospital in this network across the country do things for kids like Zion. So stick around, everybody. We will be back. I promise it's going to get a lot more fun from here. Thanks, everyone. We'll be back soon.
Come back, I got it. I cast it. You know.
There we go. And of course, in my obviously trying to rush get everything done, I didn't realize the whole video was muted the whole time. So yeah, well, that's just how my streaming life gets to go. But thanks for sticking around, everybody. We are back. We'll redo Zion's story, so you can actually hear Zion's story later on in the show. But yeah, that just seems to be the way my streaming life goes. One thing after another, and of course, time is just sitting here flitting away in the game. Because I never went into a different mode in the game, so we're losing time here on our delivery job, and yeah, what else is new? Anyway, all right, let's just rock and roll here. Let's just get back into the game. Let's rock and roll. Hopefully we have our all our foibles and everything else. Okay, look out. You're going to have to put the balloon down so I can actually see. This is going to be interesting. Trying to drive and not being able to see. Yes, so now, all right, now, okay, look out, Abs. Here, I'm going to move the balloon. Okay, just leave it there now. Okay, there we go. Okay. Abby the troll has joined us. All right, so let's do that. Let's get everything set the way I like it set here. When does this, hold on, when is this thing? Because we've already lost about an hour and 10 minutes. As I was sitting here getting all the driving done. No, don't mess with the mic. Now we're going to have to contend with Abby the troll here. Yeah, it's under here, isn't it? Oh, we got 34 hours? Okay, so we got plenty of time then. Looks like we got plenty of time to get this job done. Saturday, 5:32 p.m. Yeah, so that's plenty of time.
We both got bracelets.
Yes, we both have bracelets.
Where do we get these two bracelets from?
All right, so let's, there's things first. Let me see what our distance is here. 771 miles. There we go. So go 1,200 miles. All right. Let's get our GPS squared away here. There we go.
This is a giant balloon.
And how many miles do we actually have to go here? This doesn't tell us. No. All right. Well, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out on the way. If we need gas, we'll go get gas. All right. Let's rock and roll. Let's finally get some gaming done here. An hour and a half we've been live, and we've gotten maybe 10 minutes of actual gameplay going on here so far. Oh my goodness, and I'm going to have a lot of editing to do already. I know, and I don't have traffic turned on. I turned traffic off just so I can get back to the trailers. So I'm going to have to turn traffic on here too real quick. Let's do this. G_traffic space 1, bump, bump, and there we go. All right, so we should be good. We should actually be good to go now. All right, 16. We should be there in about 16 hours, which really translates to about 20. So we should be there bright and early Saturday morning in Medford, Oregon. I don't know, beacons on this one, do I now? Is the air spoiler up top there. Oh, that's a nice bit of income from Patricia. Thank you. I tell you one thing, it never ceases to please me, the scenery in the game here. And I remember mentioning on one of the battery streams, I don't think it was last week during the marathon, or maybe it was last week during the marathon. There is a way, the current scaling in ATS here is on a 1:20 ratio, generally speaking. I think the scaling is a little bit different when you get into the actual cities themselves. I think ETS2 is on a 1 to 35 scale with a 1 to 3 scale when you're within city boundaries. So I think it's 1 to 20 here and probably 1 to 3 inside the cities here. Which means for every in-game mile that we travel, it's the equivalent of 20 real-life miles outside the cities. And so within city limits, every 3 miles of real-life travel in a city is equivalent to 1 mile in the game. But there is a way to mod the game to where you can get an actual 1-to-1 ratio. So you're traveling actual 1 mile is equal to 1 real life mile. So you're traveling the actual distances within the cities and out on the highways here. And obviously, you know, the time it takes is all more realistic. So I've been considering doing that. I looked up briefly the process of how the settings you need to change in there, and my only concern with that is, does it affect just one profile or does it affect every profile in the game? Because I'd only want to do it, say, on this profile here, because this is sort of my experimental profile. But I do want to give that a try just to see how different the experience is when you're going to actual real life scale, or well, from an in-game scaled down scale to essentially a real life scale. Las Vegas. So we are heading through, are we? Yeah, I guess we are heading through Las Vegas. As a matter of fact, let me take a look here. So yeah, so we're heading through Vegas here. So this is going to take us through Vegas, up I-95, well, Highway 95, through Tonopah. Then we'll be, or Route 95, I should know. So we will actually be going through California too. Nice. All right. So Route 6 to Route 395 through California, and we'll be skirting Carson City on, what is this, 580? Yep, that's Interstate 580 there. Then turns back to 395 through California again. We'll go through Redding, Hornbrook, and finally into Medford, Oregon. And our destination is Bushnell. Alright. I don't count in miles. I was in England last summer and kept thinking to myself why I was going so slow. So I watched the road signs. I wasn't going slow. Miles are just much longer than kilometers. Yes, that is actually the one thing. When I was playing my career profile in ETS2, that sort of threw me off, because all of a sudden I'm in England here and something doesn't seem kosher. And then when I bought the garage in England and bought a truck in England, I'm like, okay, something's not right here, because it's now counting miles. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, England actually uses miles instead of kilometers. So that kind of threw me off. So I actually had to go back in the game settings and reset the game settings to count miles instead of kilometers, just so when I was driving my truck it would make sense. The road signs and everything else I was seeing would line up with what, you know, the speedometer and everything else was telling me in the truck. So that threw me off a little bit.
Daddy, where are you?
We're in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Do dark tunnels.
No, there's no dark tunnels here. I don't even know if we trying to think. There's a lot of tunnels in ETS2. I don't think, yeah, we just have overpasses here in the states we have available right now. Overpasses and bridges we have right now. If we ever get into the Rocky Mountains and the Appalachian Mountains, obviously I would assume we'd hit the Rocky Mountains first here in ATS. There'll be a few tunnels we'll be going through.
No! There's lights in them.
Yes, there are lights in the tunnels. I'm just hoping I'm around long enough for when we actually get to the Lehigh Valley. And I crashed into somebody. Oopsie. Yeah, I guess I should put on this other mirror here.
Why do you mean
with our exterior views?
Dark tunnel.
No, it's not a dark tunnel. It's just an overpass. But yeah, I hope I'm still around and the game is still around long enough for us to get to the Lehigh Valley and do the Allegheny tunnels and that kind of stuff over in central PA, in between Philly and Pittsburgh.
Now where are you?
We're outside of Vegas. We're heading to Tonopah, if I'm not mistaken.
Dark Tiny.
Yep, dark. No dark tunnels. They're just overpasses. Ugh.
Sorry.
No problem. It's okay. Thank you. Taz says hi.
Where is Taz? Why is Taz in a truck game?
Taz isn't in the truck game. He's just in chat. That'd be fun. All those twisty hills too. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny because oh Jesus. Oh crap. Oh boy, that was not going to be good if I hit that.
No.
Wait. Yeah, it's funny too. There's you know.
Which way do we go?
We go straight. Let me do that too. There we go. Once we get to, well, even central U.S. Once we get east of the Rockies, really, the game will eventually feel more like ETS2, because obviously with ETS2, a lot more city driving, a lot more twisty, windy, narrow roads. Whereas where we're at here in the West and sort of the the Western Midwest, the desert states really of the United States, it's just all open highway. I mean, to me, the scenery looks awesome. I mean, I enjoy this scenery. The times I've been able to go out west, I've loved it. I've just loved traveling this country. This type of countryside. It's where I if I had my preference, I would live out here in this area. Probably the west side of the Rockies in Colorado, Grand Junction, somewhere around that area. Yeah, there's just not enough desert in Europe now.
Where are you?
Done that drive several times before.
Now where are you?
Nice, yeah. But
Now where are you?
we're just on the road here, Abs. What's the speed limit? 65. Okay, that's the other thing I got to watch out for too is speed limits as we go from highway to city here. I'm just going to keep it because we should be fine. What do we got here? 14 hours, so we still got 10 hours of leeway, more or less. Let me get up to 55 because California is going to be 55 anyway, so we'll do that. But yeah, it's once we get east of the Rockies, the plains, we have the plain states too. The plain states aren't going to be much different from what you see here. Be a little bit more greener. Kansas will be interesting because you see a lot of oil wells out on farms there next to the interstates. That's one thing I distinctly remember going through Arkansas and Kansas. We're driving exactly on the highway like this, completely flat. The land is completely flat, no hills, no mountains. So you see the mountains here over on the right-hand side in the distance. Nothing, flat, completely flat. But and both sides of the highway is pretty much all farmland. But you'll see like small oil rigs. And not the tower oil rigs, but like the oil pumps. Of course, I don't have control of my hands right now, but I don't know if anyone, if you've seen old movies or old video footage, it's almost like the hand pump trains, like the little passenger trains where you had the hand pumps on, like a seesaw, almost like a seesaw. With the pumps going back and forth, up and down. You see a lot of those off the side of the road on this farmland because there's a little, they got the little pockets of oil under the ground there, so they're, extra added income for the farm by drilling by digging for that oil. So once we really get east of the Plain States, the central U.S., once we start getting near the Appalachian Mountains, that's when it's really going to start feeling more like ETS. A lot more cities. It's a lot more dense out there. A lot more scenery to see besides mountains and desert and plains and stuff like that. So once we finally get to the east and sort of central time zones of the U.S., that's when there'll be a lot of different driving, so to speak, instead of just these plain open stretches of highway that we have now. But eventually, what I want to try to do, it probably won't happen till the summer now, just time-wise and stuff like that. I have is I'm actually going to drive around with my video camera around my town here and get some sights, because we're right on the Delaware River here. We have some particularly interesting bits of scenery that would be interesting to make it into the game. So what I'm going to sort of do is do like a mini video log or a mini travel log and post it up on YouTube for SCS software to see and say, hey, this is what you can see once we get to the Philadelphia, Trenton, the tri-state area here of Delaware, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. These sort of sites, and obviously do a little bit when we get to when we go to Lancaster for vacation, stuff like that. Do a little video log of that kind of stuff. That way, maybe, hopefully, one day in the future. I know you're nodding my hair. I can feel it. We can maybe, hopefully, one day see that stuff implemented in game. It'd be very, very interesting to see. But that's probably something I'm probably going to have time to really do until the summer rolls around. It's called American Truck Simulator.
Why are you playing it?
Yeah, the long drives are nice. That's why I sort of I wanted to do these do American Truck and Euro Truck.
Why are you playing this game?
Because it's fun. That's why I wanted to do American Truck and Euro Truck for the marathon, because it's really the only time where I would be able to do long hauls all in one sitting, really. Most of the time I have to play. It's like I got maybe 30 minutes. If I'm lucky, I got an hour to sit down and just play, which I can do a long haul there. But I'm also being constantly interrupted. Hello, Mr. Officer. Anyway, so I don't get the same feel for it. But at least I figured, at least for the marathon, I might be able to get through enough uninterrupted time to really have fun doing a long haul. So that's why I wanted to plan on doing sort of the cross country, quote unquote, jobs here in ATS and ETS too. Now, of course, with our triple trailer here, that sort of nixed that original plan in the bud, to where I can't go from Hobbs up to Oregon. But this is still a fairly decent.
Okay. I want this off my shirt.
You want it off your shirt? Okay, hold on. This is still a fairly decently long drive here.
How does it come off?
Well, I got to unpin it. It's a pin. All right, there we go. Boop, there we go.
That's better.
Oh, all better now? There we go.
Giant balloon.
Once I see 20+ hour drive time, I'm a happy trucker. Yeah. If I can do that drive through the Fort Pitt Tunnel right into the city of Pittsburgh, it'd be fantastic. Yeah, see, that would be nice. It's like, I hope that's the kind of... What are you doing? Are you going to get down?
Not going on this.
No, you can't. You can't go on that side. You can't go on that side, Abs. You have to stay on this side. Okay? You got to stay there. Oh, no, you're beeping at me. Sorry, I've got a child on my lap. Totally breaking every traffic law possible right now. She's not in the car seat. She's on my lap as I'm driving. Yeah, this is not good. But yeah, it would be fun to see.
I almost blowed it.
Because it's been so long since I've been out in this area. You know, it's got to be almost 15. I would say probably about 15 years since I've been out around the Grand Canyon area in particular.
I almost blew the balloon.
But it's really you know, the Grand Canyon is just an incredible sight to see up close and personal. And it's really cool to see at least a portion of it in the game. And the game really can't do it. I don't think anything can do it justice. I mean, because you're sitting there in the Grand Canyon in real life, and it doesn't look real. You almost blowed it up good, yeah. And it's just such an incredible sight. It just, I mean, you're standing there at the edge looking out into the Grand Canyon, and it looks like you're looking at a very large panoramic painting. It's just so huge, so massive.
You're gonna have to blow
I will blow it up later. It's so huge and so massive that it's just, your brain can't wrap around that what you're looking at is something that's actually real, and the distances are just so incredible that that your brain does not compute it as being real. So you know, it's just an incredible sight to see in real life. And it was pretty cool to be able to drive up here in the game and be able to see at least a portion of that and how they captured the Grand Canyon and stuff. But one of the things I'd like to see is like Meteor Crater. I wish they had Meteor Crater in here, because that's another fun little place to visit and see. And hopefully when we get Colorado, we can get some of the stuff out in Colorado. Like Seven Falls, Garden of the Gods. Utah would be really interesting too to see if they can capture some of the natural beauty of the area, like Garden of the Gods and the sandstone and all that kind of artistry that God has made. Really, it'd be cool to see. Really, Abs?
Look at me. You're gonna have to blow this.
Yes, I know I'm gonna have to blow it up.
Then blow it now.
I can't blow it up right now. I'm driving.
Blow it now.
I do have to get to Oregon at some point today.
Then turn the game off once you blow it up.
No, I can't turn the game off. We still got 20 odd hours of raising money here for the kids. I am really going slow, aren't I? I think I can pick things up here. Let's do this here. So I can actually read chat too. Puppy,
Daddy,
what?
Where are you?
South of Tonopah is where I am in Nevada. Game looks towards your drive history. Let me see here. I haven't seen the 30-hour one yet. Most I do is 25. Good morning, E-Puppy. Oh, there's E-Puppy in the house too. E-Puppy, what's going on? 30 hours are rare in ATS. Look at ETS2 and do some long hauls. Yeah, see, what I'm going to try to do in ETS2 is go from Sicily up to England, but we'll see how we go here, because I should already be starting ETS2 now, the way I planned it out in the schedule. Obviously, that's not going to happen right now, so I'm going to have to adjust the time of the games in the schedule here. Here you go. you see any wildlife when you're driving. Oh, and there goes the balloon. Have a good day driving, BJ. Yes, as a matter of fact, we do see wildlife. When we did
I'm gonna go get it.
Okay, hold on, so you don't friggin' rip anything out here and end the stream.
Hey, you can't fall. You can't
All right.
push me on.
There we go. Yeah, you do actually see wildlife. In my area, we mostly have deer where I'm at. We will see the deer as we're driving down the roads and stuff like that. This little hook here is going to drive me nuts.
I'm gonna try that again.
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
But yeah, as we were going out west, we'd stop at various rest stops in Arizona and New Mexico. There you go. Sit right there. In Arizona and New Mexico. And at one particular rest stop, apparently there's a ranch that butts up right next. Oh, geez, child, you're sending me all over the place here. At one particular rest stop, apparently there's a ranch, pretty much like this. If you see this fence here, it was a chain link fence that went literally right up to where you parked at the rest stop. So imagine that fence right up here, right next to the road. At this rest stop, and there were cows there. There was cattle just grazing right along the fence there, because apparently it was ranch land right up next to this rest stop. In fact, as a matter of fact, pretty much like this. If I stop here, stop, Abs, you gotta stop here. Let's take a look at this.
I'm trying to get back.
So this is pretty much the way the rest stop looked too. Not as many buildings, but if you can imagine. That center building there, where the tumbleweeds are going behind that, with the red, the tan and red roof here. In fact, let me pop out of the cab here.
I can.
So where are we at here? So figure this was the main rest stop building where the oh, here we are back here. Let me slow this down.
I got my
Let's go over here. So there's the main rest stop building. So that's where the bathrooms and that kind of stuff would be. So you'd pull into the park here. Pretty much this is what the rest stop was. Just dirt, gravel. So you'd pull up here. We'd park right here, right next to the fence. Oh yeah, there's cows, there's cattle, just grazing along right there. You literally could touch them because that's about how high the fence was. So yeah, that's what we get out here in the West. So that was I think we got some pictures of that too. I gotta dig through my old pictures and see. But yeah, it was a really great fun trip heading out that way. All right, I'm going to dare do the glory shot here and try not to wreck. I can only do this if I'm going very slowly. As you can see, I don't drive too well in this camera angle. I actually prefer this one, or this one too, like the bumper cam. Oh, hello, officer. No, I am not speeding. So this is pretty fun. But this gives you a little bit more of a view of the scenery and stuff here, which is nice. So I've been doing a lot of driving in the games with these two particular camera angles. You just get a lot more view here of the scenery that SES has built in both these games. And it's just an incredible sight, really. In cab view, yeah. See cab view. Oh, there goes a road sign. Oh, I missed it. In cab view, it gets you. Yeah, if you're going for more of the realistic thing here, the realistic feel. Yeah, definitely the cab view here. But I always, especially for the purposes of doing the videos and stuff, now I find myself more doing the external views because you just get so much, you get much more appreciation for what SES has really done here with the games. Oh yeah, I am so going to crash. Thank God there's nobody coming. See, when I'm usually in the cab view, I turn the mirrors off get a better view. Just to get more of that view, and plus be able to see some of the dashboard and stuff in here. Oh, pardon me. Again, I just want to thank everybody for joining me this this wonderful afternoon, evening, night, whatever the case may be for you, as we begin our journeys here for 25 hours of gaming for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. $650 in, and we have also, I am happy to say, beaten our Judgment Gaming Extra Life team goal. Awesome stuff. Battery did a wonderful job with his fundraising marathon last week. It is a pleasure to be able to hang out with Battery, our Judgment Gaming team captain, last week. Have some fun with him in chat and in game. Probably more fun in chat than it was in the couple of games I joined him for, due to my lack of skills, both in Rocket League and World of Warships. But we'll be doing that all again for our marathon. We've got Guild Wars coming up a little bit later. Immediately after we finish this job here in American Truck Simulator, we're going to be popping over to Euro Truck Simulator 2 multiplayer, seeing how far we can get there. The game plan is to go from Sicily up to somewhere in England, if I can get a job that will take us that far. Oh, but yeah, speaking of the job lengths and stuff, obviously unlocking long distance helps, and then there is a slider adjustment in the gameplay options menu, that apparently, depending on how you adjust that, will show you by default longer or shorter jobs. So if you do want longer jobs, you want to sort of slide that all the way over to the right, and generally the jobs that will spawn will be much, much longer jobs. Yeah, see, we're getting into a bit of traffic here now. Is it 45 is the speed limit? But yeah, later tonight, Battery H will be joining us for... see, this is where I actually do need that mirror, because I don't have track IR. I gotta have that mirror up. For World of Warships later on this evening. My God, a red light. Are you serious? Fire engine. There we go. Any news about Trial Worlds? Yes. Trial Worlds no longer exists. From what I can gather, the people that weren't let go immediately last week, or I guess this was last week now. Last Friday, the news actually broke. Or was it 2 Fridays ago? I don't remember now. Whenever the news broke, whatever Friday it was that news broke, there were a handful of people kept on in both studios. Apparently, the first reports that there were only 25 out of the initial 200 employees left, but it seems like it was actually 25 per studio. So 50 Tryon developers were kept on after the sale was finalized, but they are no longer Tryon World employees. Alice Class, thank you for the host, much appreciated. Because apparently, if not everyone, if you're not familiar, there was, I should say, a lawsuit against Tryon Worlds. In particular, I think it was a lawsuit involving ArcAge and I think the loot boxes, the RNG gambling boxes, wherever you want to call them. There is no light here. So as a result of the sale and the court documents that were filed because of the sale, Tryon as a company no longer exists. Once the sale was finalized, Tryon, like Paragon Studios, you might think of it that way, was completely dissolved once the sale was finalized. And so the people who were kept on, the developers and community people who were kept on after the sale were given job offers by GammaGo. So if they accepted those job offers, they are officially GammaGo employees. But apparently, I think this was on the Rift forums. There was apparently a new company that was trademarked or copyrighted or something to that effect. New company, I think, called Golden Gate Games, if I'm not mistaken, is the name of the new company. That may be the American studio side of GammaGo, and that may be sort of what Tryon is going to be turning into, Golden Gate Games, and they will be taking over the current portfolio. So that's sort of where things stand right now. So I'm thinking, under the impression that obviously Tryon's involvement with Extra Life is at an end because Tryon no longer exists. Whether GammaGo or Golden Gate does anything in the future, that remains to be seen. Obviously, GammaGo is a German-based company, so I really don't foresee them getting involved too much with Extra Life. This would primarily end up being whatever the two former Tryon studios end up being here, if there's any going to be continuation of that. Please tell me in game. Yes. She's still at track. She's going to get a ride with Squishy. I told her to have Squishy's mom give her a ride if she can. I guess I don't. Oh, I missed my turn. I missed the turn. Is he waiting? Good, thank you. But here we go. Here we go. Yeah, and I got triple on my hinder here. Here we go. Where are we looking? Did I make it? I think I made it. I think I made it. There we go. But oh yes, Alice. Yes, game day officially begins 8 a.m. Eastern Time, Saturday, tomorrow, November 3rd. I just get started earlier, just because it's easier for me to get the overnight hours done first. Then the first couple of years I did it, I did it on game day, and it was, by the time I hit Saturday night, was towards the latter half of the marathon. I'm like, oh my god, I can't do it. Oh, it was brutal. But wow, rain in the desert, who would have thought? But yeah, game day officially begins tomorrow. If you tune to the Extra Life for Kids channel, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. In fact, Primm will be hosted tomorrow evening by the official Extra Life for Kids channel, which will be cool. So we'll have our marathon wrapped up by then, so we'll be able to catch Primm on the official Extra Life for Kids channel. So yeah, thank you for joining me, everybody. Fun here. Are we in California yet? I don't even know where I'm at yet now. Too many distractions going on here. Let's check the map. Where are we at? Oh, nope. Okay, we got past Tonopah. I know that. All right, we're heading towards good old California. Rocking and rolling here. But yeah, I was surprised. There was actually quite a few people who did their marathons last weekend as well, which was nice because I was actually able to hang out with everybody and enjoy watching them do their marathons. Battery H, obviously, our Team Judgment Gaming captain, who will be joining us later on tonight for World of Warships. Also, Aero-84, who hangs out with us when he can in our streams. Also a honorary stream team member, because he had to stop doing the stream team for real life scheduling changes, that kind of stuff. But we hope to have Aero-Dash back on the stream team streaming again soon. But he did his marathon with All the Way Jay and Rufio last weekend as well. So I was able, it was pretty cool. I pulled up all 3 of their streams and was flipping back and forth through the tabs on Firefox to watch all of them and chat with all of them. So that was pretty cool, being able to do that. All right, we are now officially in California, I think, as the speed limit went down to 55. Yes, and I am speeding. I figured as much. So we're going to lock in. There we go. Lock that in. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Let's get back on the right side of the road here. But yeah, that was cool to actually finally be able to catch some, because unfortunately just the way my real life has gone, really for the last year, it's been really, really tough for me to stream on a regular basis like I would like to, let alone watch a lot of other streamers that I really want to watch and support a lot of other people. So it was finally good to finally be able to get a weekend and just be able to watch other people stream and just hang out and have fun with them and just relax, because streaming can be a little stressful here, as we've already seen. You know, my plans for the first couple of hours here have gotten a monkey wrench or two thrown into the works. And of course, you know, my usual foibles at trying to run a good stream, and my gaffes and goofs already, and we're not even 2 hours into it. But yeah, that's the life of daddy daycare streamer, I guess you could say. Does anyone have links to the hospitals and what portion of the money goes where? I don't think there's actual links. No, I'm not speeding, officer. Actual links anywhere to the hospitals. Each hospital, who's ever streaming for Extra Life and all that, they pretty much have their own links to the hospitals. In fact, I don't even think I have a link to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia website. In any of my panels anywhere. I probably should do that. Now that I think about it, I probably should add that in. But there is a list. Unfortunately, I don't have the link available because it's kind of squirrely. It's a long URL. It's to some sort of online spreadsheet that lists every hospital, and it's updated, I think, almost in real time. I actually found this link was provided to me by one of the Philadelphia guild members, and it's a listing of the hospitals, how many people have signed up for Extra Life and chosen that particular hospital. To support, and I think it lists the current amount raised for the hospital. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have the actual link for that because it's one of those long gobbledygook links to the site, and I don't remember what the site name is for it. Yeah, there might be a link in the Extra Life forums listing the hospitals. Obviously, if you go in and register, you get the list of hospitals to choose from. But yeah, outside of that, I don't remember exactly. Well, I guess it stopped raining, so I can turn these off. I don't remember exactly if there is something in the forms that listed all the hospitals. There's over 170 hospitals that are part of the network. which is cool. But like I said, I know there's that online spreadsheet that lists all the hospitals and sort of where they rank in terms of number of people signed up and amount raised. I think Boo might be home, so I'm gonna have to take. Let me do this real quick just to make sure Aaron can get inside the house here, and I'll be right back in a moment. Yeah. There we go. We're back, and hopefully that should be the end of the interruptions. We should be able to get on track here now with the rest of our marathon. All right, Taz, have a good night. Eyes are closing here. The PC will stay on overnight. Thank you. Much appreciated. Get that PC working. Do I have Twitter? Wire Junkie has an infographic. Oh, nice. There's some post, but I can't find it. All right, good. Yeah, I'll have to. I think I'm following Wire Junkie or not. I think so. So many people I got to follow. I don't know if I'm following. Yeah, social media. Bleh. But yeah, it's all right. Good. So Wire Junkie has something on that. That's cool. All right. I'll have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see if I can find anything on that. It'll be cool to. Yeah, that's good information to have. Really, at the end of the day. Alright, let's see here. A little rest area. But yeah, that was some yeah, so yeah, back to our Toronto World story. Yeah, so it's funny because I finally did contact I contacted Extra Life Support to get Team Judgment Gaming on Toronto World Super. I better slow down here. Judgment Gaming suit. Yeah, on the Toronto World Super Team, which is funny because, and so they got us on there, but of course, obviously, it's pretty much a moot point. But I see that now that Judgment Gaming is on there, we are the leading sub team on Toronto World's team. Battery H is leading in the amount raised. Preebs, I noticed you were coming up number 2. I'm number 3 on there. And it's like all for naught. I'm like, oh, killing me. But yeah, it's a shame what happened to Toronto Worlds because they've been big supporters of Extra Life. I think they've been. This would have been their 7th or 8th year. I think with Extra Life, they were involved pretty early on. And again, I've shown off some of the cool stuff that we've gotten in Atlas Reactor, Rift, Defiance over the last couple of years. Some really cool stuff that they did up in-game items for Extra Life, which is pretty nice. So it's a shame to probably lose that because there's really. I can't think of any other developer who's really done a lot with Extra Life like Toronto Worlds has over the years, and done it to the point to where they have a lot of in-game rewards and stuff like that relating to Extra Life and stuff you can earn just by participating on the team and that kind of stuff. like I think I said on Monday during the Extra Life stream that I think BioWare is getting involved a little bit more now. This is their second year, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to search the forums again just to make sure it is BioWare that I recall seeing, as I prove so many gaming forums and stuff, they all blend in together eventually. But it would be nice to see if at least BioWare might be able to pick up some of that slack, so to speak, that we're going to lose with Trial Worlds no longer existing. And now really the real concern is oh Jesus, there we go. Signal, let's brake here. Fortunately there's a turn on red, so we don't have to worry about that. We'll just come to a stop and we'll go ahead and turn. Looks like that's a Kenny there. The real concern is what games are going to continue on here. Now obviously the initial reports are the games are going to continue as is for now, which is not real surprising, because there's gonna be a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes now with transitioning the assets and everything, transitioning to these different companies, getting development teams in place, that kind of stuff. So it's probably going to be, I would imagine, be a couple of months before we see anything really concrete on the news front on the future of the games formerly under the control of Trion Worlds. I think the only sure bet that we have right now is that Defiance 2013, the original one, is going to go away. I can't imagine them keeping that thing running with the current issues it has, and with Defiance 2050 essentially being the same game but just a little more modernized. So in fact we will be playing that. We will be playing Defiance 2013 later on in our stream as well, giving it perhaps what may be our last go in the game. But again, that all remains to be seen over the next couple of months here, I would imagine. Alright, in the meantime, let's see if we can sit down here, enjoy our drive. I think I have plenty of gas, because I filled up and we had 1,200 miles to go on this tank of fuel here. And it certainly wasn't a 1,200 mile journey that I recall. In fact, I kept meaning to look to see what the total distance was, and I kept forgetting to do it. This should, if I actually go in the menu here, this probably should still tell me. Just remains here. So what was this? So 844 miles was the total distance. All right, so not quite 1,000 miles. Well, it looks like we're just, we're right around the halfway point of this this trip here. So obviously that's obviously we're going to have to readjust the game schedule here for the evening. Again, got started a little bit later than I would have liked to. I got started 15 minutes later than I wanted to with the actual gameplay. But then, of course, we had to do the real life run with the child here, which threw us another half-hour monkey wrench. But we should be good to go here. So I am gonna have to make some adjustments here, because at this point in time, I had planned on being well into Euro Truck Simulator 2 at this point. So I have to see what kind of adjustments. Again, I am going to go a little bit longer than the original planned length here, just because of some of the interruptions here we've had already. So we might just, everything on the schedule might be pushed back by half an hour to an hour, I think, at this point. But again, I know I have Battery joining me for World of Warships, so we might have to cut some things short, unfortunately. I know I have Kat Kumi, who is hopefully still planning to join us for Guild Wars after our trucking adventures here in a couple of hours. So I have a funny feeling. See, it's hard to judge how long this trip is actually taking me driving wise because of the interruptions, and of course we had Abby the Troll here earlier, which slowed our trip down here a bit too. Still here? Excellent. So I know it's kind of late for you. Taz has already hit the hay. Taz has his head on the pillow now. So I know it's kind of late for you, but fortunately it is the weekend, so be able to sleep in tomorrow. It's funny, I woke up, I know I said this when I first came on here, but woke up at 4:15 this morning. I'm like, I looked at the clock and said, you gotta be kidding me. It's like the good old body clock refuses to sleep in, even when I have no alarms or anything else on. The body clock is like, yep, time to get up, go to work. Yeah, no, it's not. So at least allowed me to get some stuff done in the morning before I had to take Aaron to school. Had to get Marley his medication for his Addison's this morning. So I had to give Marley his shot before we went on air here today. So that was another nerve-wracking. Always nerve-wracking to give the dog this needle. I'm like, oh God. But went smoothly, no issues this time around. So we got 5 more weeks of anticipating the next one. In an hour and a half, right? Yeah, I think what I'm probably going to do is shift some stuff around. Because I did want to do Euro Truck Simulator 2 multiplayer, but I may, just because I know you want to join me for what's this? Join me for Guild Wars. I may just push Euro Truck to at some point later on in the stream here. I don't want to go too late because, yeah, I don't want to go too late in the marathon because I would not be able to drive as I'm half asleep here towards the latter half. So what I'm probably going to do is try to get to Guild Wars. Probably what I'm going to do is probably get to Guild Wars after we finish this trip here. Do that and then do World of Warships. So I know Battery's joining me for that. And then I think I might throw Euro Truck Simulator there after World of Warships. That way I don't mess around with your guys' plans too much there. Because again, I know it's late for you, so I don't want to keep you up too late. So I think that's the game plan, and I got to take a look at my schedule here. I got way over there, so I can't look at it and drive at the same time. So what do I got here? Right, yeah, so I had Guild Wars planned anyway after the Truck Simulator, so probably what I'm going to end up doing, yeah, that'll probably be my best bet. We'll finish this up here, we'll go to Guild Wars, we'll go to World of Warships, and then I can do Euro Truck before I do Conan Exiles. And then we'll see time-wise where I'm at that point. Maybe I'll cut a little bit off of World of Warships and Conan Exiles. Because I've pretty much every other game I've pretty much got about 2 hours planned for. for the major games. Now, the 2 indie games I got coming up in the first half of the marathon here, I've planned for an hour each. So basically 2 hours of indie gaming, and then when I do my hidden object games towards the end of the marathon tomorrow afternoon, each of them are an hour. But pretty much every other game after World of Warships, I have planned for about 2 hour block here. So we'll just see where we are time wise on how we get to that stuff. I don't even know. I'm sure I am speeding. No, I'm not. Okay, it's 65 here. Good. Let's go ahead and lock that in. So we must be, as I know we slip back into California here again, don't we? Yeah, so we're heading through Reno. And so I figured we probably got about another half hour of this job left to go. And that puts me, that'll put me pretty much about the 3-hour mark. Which is what I had initially planned out for the truck simulators here. Now, again, like I said, we lost about 45 minutes between starting late and having to run my mid-marathon video at the beginning of the marathon. So it might all work out in the end. We'll have to see if I have to cut back on anything here, because I'd really like to see just how long we can go in Euro Truck Simulator 2 with one of these long hauls, how long it's really going to take us. So I do let's see, because I do have World of Warships planned for, what is that, 10? Yeah, 10 o'clock, which is about 3.5 hours from now. So yeah, so we should be, so figure if we get another half hour of our job here with American Truck, I'll put us about 3 hours for Guild. So yeah, good. So I might actually have might be able to trying to think, because 3.5 hours, so we might see. I gotta see how I want to work that then, because I think I have about 2.5 hours planned for Guild Wars, but we can do short video break in between games. That's sort of what I'm planning, our short video breaks in between each game, just to give me time to transition the games, and of course highlight the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, naturally, who were raising money for $650 in of our initial of our ultimate $1,000 goal here. Thank you again to everybody who's donated thus far this year, is much appreciated. 100% goes to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and these videos that we'll be showing throughout the next I can't even see my timer here, 20 odd hours, 22.5 hours, 23 hours technically now, is that we are going to go at least a half hour longer. Oh my god, I forgot to turn my headlights on. Are you serious? Yeah, it is. I forgot. It's getting darker. Alright, so we had an $1,800 accident fine. Now, what was that? $600 headlight fine. Killing me. This is a pretty good paying job. $86,000 I think we're getting for this job here, with our Extra Life trailers and our Extra Life truck. And there's the officer. Thank God we weren't speeding, because that'd be another $1,000 fine. Can't really speed around this road here, that's for sure, certain. Alright, we're back in California now, as the speed limit's 55. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out, I think I had about 2.5 hours planned for Guild Wars. I definitely want longer than an hour for Euro Truck Simulator 2. Just so I can get this nice long haul in. Oh my god, far too many cops here. I mean, that's the one thing I kind of have a gripe about. American Truck Simulator in particular, because you get this, because Euro Truck uses cameras, speeding cameras, to fine you for speeding. American Truck here uses the police officers, and obviously, with the scaling of the game and that kind of stuff, you see a lot more police officers on the road than you normally do in real life. So it's kind of one of those things that it sort of takes you out of the realism a little bit there, especially when, for the most part, as long as you're not doing crazy fast over the speed limit, you can speed and never have to worry about getting a ticket. I mean, generally in America, again, depending on where you're at, where in the country you're at, and what the actual speed limit is, you can generally get away. For the most part, I would say about 99.9% of the time, if you're doing 5 miles over the speed, whatever posted speed limit is, you're never going to get a ticket. Now, if you start going more than that, again, it sort of runs into, well, what is the speed limit and where are you? If you're sort of in the residential neighborhood where the speed limit is 25 miles an hour and you're doing 35 or 40, yeah, chances are if a cop sees you, you might be getting a ticket. I would say that there's probably like a 60% chance you're not, 40% chance you are. Again, depending on what particular town you're going through. Around my area, we're generally okay. Don't really have to worry about it. But if you're like on one of the highways, like Route 95, I think we're on now, or an interstate, if you're doing 10 or 15 miles an hour over the speed limit, which is already high enough, it would be very rare unless you're doing something else rather stupid, like weaving in and out of traffic, speeding up, slowing down, adjusting your speed a lot, failing to use turn signals or the like, stuff like that. If you're just cruising down the road 15-20 miles over the limit, you're not going to get pulled over for that. So the speeding fines, and especially the red light fines you get, it's like, come on, my tire touched the white line in the game and I get fined. It's like, all right, come on now. So sometimes I'll just turn fines off in the game just because they're too annoying. They take me out of the immersion of the game, because it's just like, no, I would not get that fine for that particular instance in real life. For the purposes of my career profile, I usually leave it on, just to have it on that way. When I do actually deserve a fine, it'll come up and I'll get the fine for the purposes of the video and that kind of stuff. But for the most part, I'll just go without the fines being turned on, because I obey the traffic. I try to stick to realism when I'm doing it, unless there's a specific, unless I'm doing trying to get a specific goal done, and I'm not too concerned about realism, stuff like that. But even when I'm not doing a video, if I'm just sitting enjoying myself with these games, and I'll still, turn that stuff off, but still go ahead and enjoy the game in a realistic manner, so to speak. Alrighty, so we'll be hitting Oregon here in the middle of the night, I think. What time is it here? Let's bring this up. We are at 11:12, so we got about 3 more hours ago. So as you see, when we first got out on the road here, our initial time of arrival was going to be Friday evening. I think right around this time, about 11:30, I think, if I'm not mistaken, was going to be our arrival time. So you can see we're about 3.5 hours. Well, 4.5 hours. Right, yeah. No, well, yeah, about 4 hours, 10 minutes. About 4 hours behind now. what the initial estimate was, which is all right. What I do want to see is let me go into photo mode, because I do want to just take a look at the trailer here. I know it's dark, but just to see the truck and the trailer with the lights on, I do want to take a look at that. Yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, you can't really see Battery's wonderful, wonderful paint jobs for both the trailers and the truck here, but I just want to get a look at how everything looks with the lights on. You know what? You know what I forgot to do? I forgot that each trailer was separate, so I only have the exclusive lights on the lead trailer. I have the regular lights here on the two other trailers. I forgot about that. So I'm gonna have to take her back to the garage and adjust. I wonder if I can adjust that now. I don't know. You know what? Out of curiosity, because I know with the truck I'm driving, I have to take it to garage if I want to make any changes to it. But I haven't tried making any changes to trailers while I have them out on the road here. Yeah, see, there's my sliding tarp Rocky Mountain double in the RMG Gaming colors, if not quite the paint scheme we want. But here's our insulated triple with our Extra Life paint job skin done by Battery H. So let me yeah, see, if I'm on the road with the trailer, I actually have to take it. Okay, so I would have to stop using the trailer in order to upgrade it without having to take it to a mechanic. Okay, that answers that question. Yeah, I completely forgot that the light, I would have to buy the exclusive lights for each trailer. Going around this turn a little bit too fast. There we go. But we feel good. So so far so good. I was able to get some rest this afternoon, which is probably, I think, the first time I've been doing this in the 6 years I've been doing these marathons for Extra Life. The first time I've actually been able to get rest before the marathon. When I started doing this is my 6th year, so this would be my, I think the first 2 years I did. I started Saturday morning, so obviously I got up and I was able to, I got my sleep beforehand. But since I started doing the Friday nights, so this would be my 4th year of doing Friday nights, if I'm not mistaken. And I just replayed the previous year's marathons on my Real Millennium Group channel on Twitch this week. At least attempted to. I finally got 2017 almost in its entirety before I stopped it, before I came online here today. What? What in the heck are you... What? I've never seen that one before. Seriously? Wrong way. Are you kidding me? I had to go around. You've got to be kidding me. Let's try to keep this... I'm about ready to use some trucker language here with that. You got, yeah, like I said about the fines, yeah. You gotta be kidding me. Ah, well, it's all for the kids, right? But anyway, yeah. So this would be my 4th marathon. I'm starting Friday afternoon. I know the first couple I actually started a lot later. I think 20. What would it be? 2013 and 2014 I did Saturdays. 2015 would have been the first one I did Friday. So 2015, 2016, 2017, 20, and of course now 2018. So that sounds about right. I'll have to go back and look at them again just to see. But yeah, I think 2015 and 2016 I actually started about 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening. So I started much later, which it turns out if I may have to do that for next year's marathon. I've been kind of debating on what to do for next year's marathon already, just based on some of the just some of the real life situations I got to deal with here, and just again, some of the monkey wrenches I got thrown already as we were trying to get ready to go here. Trying to debate. First, I was considering maybe doing, instead of one full marathon, like splitting it up in 2 parts next year, like doing 12.5 hours on Friday, then 12.5 hours on Saturday. So do like maybe a 6 to 6:30. I can stop, eat dinner, go to bed, get up, then do a 6 to 6:30 again. But that wouldn't help for like things like track practice and stuff like that. I would still end up losing time for doing that. So as I was driving to track practice, I'm thinking, well, yeah, the 2 12-hour or 2 12.5-hour marathons, it's not really gonna work. The only benefit I would get out of that is that I would actually stay on my normal schedule here, normal sleep schedule and everything else, and I be more well rested for the second half of the marathon. But I kind of enjoy doing this 25-hour streams here, because it's sort of a challenge to me to be able to get through it and get those 25 hours in without getting sleep. But at least today I was able, just after I did all the stuff I had to get done in the morning, sit down with the abs, get breakfast. We had some breakfast, sat in the chair, threw a movie on, and just sat there and just chilled pretty much all afternoon. And finally sort of slept, not a real deep sleep, but sort of that sort of sleep where you can sort of you're sort of aware of what's going on. Like I could still hear the movie sort of as I was sleeping, but you nod off, and then you sort of come back to that really light sleep, and you sort of hear the movie again. And so I did get some rest, because I was like right around before I started nodding off, and Abs fortunately fell asleep too. So she got her afternoon nap in. But yeah, it's like towards the time we were eating breakfast about 10:30. I was like I was dragging from waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and already being up at that point 6 hours. I'm like, I don't know how I'm doing the marathon today if I don't get some sleep. But fortunately, just be able to sit there, rest, and actually do get some some quality rest time for about 4 hours. That seemed to do the trick. Yeah, that is American Cops for us. It's funny. You'll get a real nice. Well, with anything, you got good cops, you got bad cops, and it's funny because on my way home from work yesterday, I was listening to the radio, and the radio hosts were talking about how to get out of a ticket in the state of New Jersey. What you did, or what you think you have to do to avoid a cop writing you a ticket once he pulls you over. And so people were telling their stories of what happened, how they managed to get out of their tickets, and how some of the cops were nice, some of the cops were not so nice. And that actually got me thinking, because I was sort of considering calling in, but of course I was driving home at the time, so by the time I got home it would have been too late anyway. But that got me thinking of a story, one of my own stories from back in my wee youth, the early years of my driving. This was back in the late 80s. In fact, it was a buddy of mine. We were going to see the Transformers movie. Now, this was the animated Transformers movie, not the series of movies that have been released in the last decade or so. We're talking about 86, 87. Well, this would have been 87, 88, because I had my license at the time. So this would have been, about 87, 88, when the animated movie was released, which was sort of a continuation of the Transformers animated Saturday afternoon television show, or in this case, it was weekday afternoons after school, because that was the thing, is like as soon as I got home from school, every afternoon, put on Transformers, and that was usually followed by G.I. Joe, the animated cartoon. So that would be what my brother and I would watch every day after school, would be Transformers and G.I. Joe. And so this movie was the continuation of the television show. So my buddy and I were hopping into, we decided to take, I had a Ford Escort at the time. That was my first car, stick shift Ford Escort, brown, a brown color, that my dad actually bought off of his, I guess the relation would be cousin. It was, I think, his first cousin, which would make her my second cousin or something about that. So, however she was related, she was our cousins, a cousin to my father, and obviously to us. However that familiar relationship works. So bought this Escort off of her to be my first car. So my buddy and me were heading up the road, Route 1 here on the East Coast here in New Jersey. Towards, I'm trying to think, we were heading Route 1 north to, I forget the name of the mall, the shopping center where the movie theater's at. But it's just north of where I am. It's about 10-15 miles north of where I am, a few miles north of where I work in New Jersey. So heading up there, of course, me being the teenage invincible youth, in my buddy, pretty much one of the early times of our driving, just hanging out together, having fun, roaring down Route 1 in the evening time. This is probably about 7 or 8 o'clock at night at the time, so it was dark out, sort of like current driving conditions here in the game. Heading on down, just speeding along. Then I realized, oh boy, the exit I need to take is pretty much barreling upon us, because I'm barreling down the road here. So I slam on the brakes, because there was no way I was making this turn without slamming on the brakes. And then, well, in all reality, there was no way I was making the turn, because I didn't. So slammed on the brakes, tried to make the turn, and didn't make it. So popped up on the curb, took down a road sign that was there, and my car pretty much got stuck on what was left of the road sign, sticking out from the bottom there on the side of the curb. So I'm like, hey, you got to be kidding me. So it's like, oh, that was not fun. Obviously, at that point we were not going to. Actually, we did end up making getting to the movie. But in the meantime, stuck there, sitting there, before the era of the cell phone, or the common cell phone. So just stuck there, sitting there. This cop comes along, obviously sees us in distress. So he stops, he gets out of the car, checks to make sure we're okay. He takes a look at the skid marks. Obviously, he's going on. So he comes to me, he's like, okay, what happened? I'm like, all right. What? It's like, this is my first major accident here. Oh, thank God, I can bypass the way station. All right, this is my first major accident here with my car. So I'm like, so I'm like, they're scared half out of my mind, because it's like, okay, my parents are probably going to kill me. I got no way to let them know what happened, because obviously, again, no cell phones. It's like, I was just up front with the cop. I was like, look, sir. It's like, I just fucked up, It's like, I was going way too fast. I didn't realize the turn was coming up. I tried to make the turn, and obviously I just didn't make it. And I said, that's pretty much the end of the story. It's like, I just screwed up. I was stupid, So he took my license, took my insurance, went back to his car. We're sitting there on the curb. I think at that point my friend had gone back to the car for something or other, because the cop had come back to me after about a minute or so. Gives me back my license and the insurance. He said, "Okay, look, here's the story." He said, you guys were just driving down the road, and this rabbit ran out in front of you, and you swerved to avoid it. So he said, that's the story you told me. That's what I'm writing in my report. You got it?" And I was like, okay. At that point, I was kind of confused. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah. So that's what happened. So he goes back to his car, I guess, to write the report. So I guess the first time he went back to his car, he just ran my license to see, and noticed that obviously newer driver. You know, it was at least close to my local where I lived at the time, in New Jersey. So it's sort of, you know, a local boy, so to speak. So obviously he ran and, you know, ran my license, found out there was no other violations or anything. So obviously, just you know, new teenage driver doing the teenage driver thing. So my buddy came back. I told him what the cop had said. So the cop, I guess, when he finished writing his report, he came over. He went to my friend. He told you the story, right? And my friend's like, "Yes, sir." It's like, "Okay, you guys are good to go." I called. I think he called a tow truck, just to be able to pull us off the curb there, because I think the car wasn't really badly damaged. We were just stuck there. So the tow truck came, got us off. Cop said, did his thing. He went off after, we were squared away, and that was it. We went on. We actually did go go to the movie theater, watched the movie, and then went home, and that was pretty much it. I don't even remember if I actually told my parents what had happened. So I don't know, because obviously there was, the cop had to make the report because he had to call the tow truck and stuff. So I think I ended up telling them what happened, but I didn't tell them the truth. I gave them the cop's version of the story, and I think to this day that that is the story until right now, that's anyone besides me, my friend, and the police officer knew of that story. So yeah, I have to thank that police officer, because yeah, he pretty much saved my buns at that point. Especially with the insurance company and all that stuff, because obviously the American cops, American insurance companies, they are nasty, especially when you are a young teenage driver. In fact, I remember another time, back when I was living in an apartment, practically right around the corner from the bowling center where I worked at the time in New Jersey. So living on my own at this point, which was nice. It was nice, convenient little apartment. Actually, I think I was living with my girlfriend at the time, who was not Mrs. Weiler. This was before Mrs. Weiler. This was probably mid '90s. This incident, but so I was in my 20s. What's this college? I don't remember, because or am I might be getting this confused with another incident, because whatever the incident was, I was still on my parents' insurance at the time. However it worked, I was still able to be on their insurance, I think, because I was still in college. I think that's what it was. I was still in college till '92. So I may be confusing a couple of incidents here, merging them together, because they are kind of the same thing. Or you know what? No. I remember what it is now. I wasn't on my parents' insurance. I actually had my own insurance. But it was sort of like a family plan or a group plan or something to that effect. Because my dad actually had, for the longest time, got our auto and home insurance through a broker. Oh crap, I'm gonna hit that pole. Oh Jesus. Let's see here, can we make it? I think we made it. Oh no, I'm up on the curb. I gotta get this last trailer past it here. I think we made it. All right, I think we made it. There we go. Ooh, that was close. That was close. But anyway, what happened was that I was on my way to work to the bowling center. It was this was, I think this was spring. This was like a March, if I recall correctly. And we got one of those weird March snowstorms. And it had iced up the road outside of the apartment complex where I had lived. And so this was, so essentially what happened, I hit a patch of black ice as I was trying to stop at the intersection, and there was somebody already stopped ahead of me, but there's this black ice here, and I wasn't going fast. It was, again, this was a road that was practically coming out of our apartment complex, so it was just one of those things where I wasn't doing anything stupid. I wasn't, I was actually doing everything the right way. And I just happened to hit this black ice, and it was just at the wrong spot, right behind this guy who had already stopped at the intersection. I ran right into the back of him. But, so of course, filed a report and all that kind of stuff. And so when it came time to deal with the insurance company, I think my father at the time had called the insurance company, and the insurance representative on there, of course, my dad's telling them the story, what happened, and stuff like that. So the insurance rep my dad was talking to, apparently made the snide comment. It was like, oh, what was he doing, speeding up to the traffic sign or speeding up to the intersection? My dad's like, no, he wasn't. He actually hit a patch of black ice. But the insurance guy was giving him such an attitude about this, because, again, I was still a fairly young driver at the time. My dad was like, you know what, we're going to get this incident taken care of, then, we're going to the broker and we're changing insurance companies, because the guy was a real a-hole on the phone about this incident. So, yeah, American insurance company, especially with automotive, yeah. Not the best at all. But yeah, some interesting stories there. And here we go. We just about what I figured, about half an hour to finish up this job here. Now comes the fun part. Am I going to park this thing? I think I took too wide of a swing, because once I get here, I'm not going to be able to back up. I'm going to have to. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way she's lining up. I'm not getting this lined up. I took too wide of a swing. Yeah, no way this is like a glove here. Nope. So I could actually teleport if I wanted to, but can I turn around? Can I give it a go and turn it around here? Let me see. What's our time? Yeah, so so I did plan 3 hours for Guild Wars. All right. So we're about right on time. We're just going to have to skip American or Euro Truck Simulator for now, like I had figured. So we'll skip a Euro Truck Simulator. We'll get that done a little bit later here. Can I turn around here? That's the question. Not really. All right, so let me try this again. Not that it matters, because I'm not really concerned about the experience here, but let's... Hey, there I am. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this parked now. Straighten out the wheel. Parking brake. I hate that the parking brake is always on by default. So we'll pull this in. Rock and roll here. There we go. And Extra Life Freight has made its delivery. Saturday morning, 4 a.m. Come on. There we go. There we go. Excellent. And there we go. Job done. I think the lights are there. There we go. Now we can see Extra Life Freight. It's a wonderful, wonderful job. So thank you to Battery for... Yep. Hold on. Let's put the parking brake on so I don't move. Now I want the parking brake on. There we go. But yeah, wonderful, wonderful paint scheme by Battery. Extra Life specific here. He did the truck a couple of years ago. I think he He did this a year or two ago. He did the truck skin. Very nice. So he said it's not perfect. It's actually not. He didn't do the paint job for this specific cab configuration. It still looks pretty good. I think he's talking about the little squared off areas there, but at the end of the day, it looks pretty good. I mean, he did a fine job, and of course, now that we have trailer ownership, oh, look at that! There's our little hazard sign. Dangerous when wet. Oh, yes, it is. That is potassium for you. So the farm needs potassium. But the Extra Life Freight battery doing an excellent job here with the skin jobs. Nice. Well, thank you so far, everyone who has joined us through our first almost 3 hours of our marathon here. Lots more fun, lots more games coming up. We still have, what do we got? We got 22 hours yet to go. So we got a long way ahead of us. Game 1, American Truck Simulator, down, ready to go. And I think I have to turn off the engine. Let's get this job done. Collect our cash. And Guild Wars will be coming up next. With a special guest star, Katz Cooney. Or Fury Heidi. Or Fury Rexy. Who knows? I don't even know. It's going to be a surprise. There you go. So yeah, not bad. 2,500 XP. Otherwise excellent. No cargo damage, which is the important thing. 845 miles we got. So nice. Hazard class 4. A bit of XP for that. Long distance bonus. Nice. Fragile bonus. Nice. Urgent delivery bonus. We delivered it on time. Somehow, some way. Nice. And of course we got that trailer maneuvering bonus. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Done. So yeah, not a bad trip. That was an enjoyable trip. So I'm looking forward to doing a similarly long trip in Euro Truck Simulator 2 multiplayer this time. We won't have to worry about too much traffic, but yeah, that actually I'd probably rather deal with the AI traffic than the other drivers we may encounter on the road here in Europe. But that'll be coming up in a little bit. We're going to rocket Guild Wars. I think I'm going to grab myself a little bit of Gatorade here. The only thing I don't have in reach is some Gatorade. So we're going to be grabbing some Gatorade, digging through some snacks here, and getting on with some Guild Wars. My number one all-time favorite game here. So thank you for joining me for our first 3 hours of marathoning here for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Again, 100% of what we raise goes to helping sick kids get better, goes to helping save their lives, make their quality of life better. I'm going to play a little video here just to showcase how this money can help the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, how it really goes to making sick kids better. And it's, again, all thanks to the wonderful people out there who have donated to me this year to reach our highest single year. In the 6 years I've been doing this, we have not, the highest amount we have raised up to this point was $405, and that was last year. Previous to that, I think it may have been $300, somewhere around there. In 2015, I think we had raised. But yeah, $650, and that's all to everyone out there who's donated thus far. And not even donated, but everybody out there has supported me through my streaming Extra Life efforts as well. Taz, Kat, Preebs, everybody else, of course, Preebs. A couple of you guys have, and gals have donated, which is much appreciated. But everyone out there who just supports me through my Extra Life efforts just by hanging out with me when we stream and in game. Just that kind of support, just being able to hang out with you guys and have some fun. Gets me motivated, gets me geared up for my streaming and my Extra Life efforts as well. So go for the gold. Yes, indeed. $1,000 is the ultimate goal. We are only $350 away from that goal. We do have some of our rewards here. In fact, let me pop back into here. Studio mode here. Oh my God, I'm already losing it. That's not good. There we go. Back to our house. Well, here we go. When I hit the $75 mark raise this year, I got my Extra Life decal, my Extra Life sticker. Of course, for $200, we have our 10th anniversary shirt. It is the 10th anniversary of Extra Life. Got my button on here. Abs was wearing her Children's Hospital of Philadelphia button earlier. What else we got here? Got my wristband, Children's Hospital wristband. Got our we got our snacks and everything else here. Our survival kit from the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Oh, that's a red bag of Doritos here. Look at that. It's Ghost Doritos. But lots of other good stuff we'll be going through, and some other things I got. Again, got my shirts lined up here that we will be wearing throughout the marathon today. In fact, I think after we do Guild Wars, I think I have my planned first shirt change. And no, I won't be doing that live on air. Nobody needs to see that, believe me. But yeah, we'll be flipping out. Let's see, I got to decide. Should I wear RMG? I probably should wear an RMG gaming shirt next. Then we'll do a Twitch Kittens shirt. Then we'll do our Children's Hospital of Philadelphia shirt. All sorts of good stuff. But yeah, thanks to you for joining me, everyone. Guild Wars up next. We'll be getting ready to rock and roll that in a few minutes. In the meantime, let's rock and roll. In fact, I gotta get this set up here. So let's go ahead. We'll rock and roll with a video from Chop, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you, everyone. Much appreciated. In fact, let me run my outros. I think I forgot to run them when we got started here, but nice little break here. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks for watching our American Truck Simulator portion of our marathon here. Like I said, Guild Wars up next. Let's rock and roll. $350 away. Donation link. Donate safely, securely, and anonymously by clicking that big old Extra Life banner down below the live stream window. If you're watching this as a replay or an upload on YouTube, check the video description for all the great links we have. We have reached our goal for Judgment Gaming and exceeded it by $27 right now. Awesome stuff. Let's keep that let's keep the goals going. Go for the gold. That gold medal. I'm looking forward to that. I got my silver one. We'll be showing that off early next year. Let's get the gold one now. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll be right back.